Hello and welcome back, my little PogChamps, to EGF High School National Championships with quarterfinals. I'm joined by my lovely, incredible cast too. Soy, how are you doing today, my friend?
I am doing fantastic. I mean, you guys have been here for an action-packed day, and I'm here just right at the end of it. This should be a fantastic set here between Seb25 and Toad, aka Seb #1 hater. To start it off, the Bowser Jr. versus Wolf.
Yeah, Bowser Jr. and Wolf already, like, on paper, this is a pretty difficult matchup for Jr. Having access to multiple, to reflecting option, having access to all of that air speed means that Seb25's win condition, which is to really box down and close out Wolf's options, not going to be that easy when he's zooming through the skies.
Yeah, I'm wondering too how the stage pick will play into this with all these platforms to kind of play around. You know, you can see Toad making good use of laser off the start, so it's going to be difficult for Seb25, like you said, to find a way in.
Yep, Seb's got to gently approach, so I want to see a lot of dashing into shielding at safe ranges, and a lot of walking and shielding to be able to get past these lasers, because it is such a menacing projectile, able to get a side B into an up air for a bit of damage.
Again, just the lasers doing so much work for Toad here, and he's doing a good job of controlling the stage as well.
But we got to keep in mind, Laser is going to be able to go past the Mecha Koopa. I believe the Mecha Koopa is just like so small and tiny and close to the ground. You can sometimes low profile it with many different animations. The hitbox on Wolf's Laser doesn't reach as far down or up as some people might think.
That being said, the percent's just about even. And I feel like really whoever takes this first stock really can change the pace of this match. That reflector just missed time, knew the throw was coming, but couldn't quite find it. That back throw, not going to be able to take the stock quite yet.
Ooh, great catch with the laser though. And I love the spacing from Toad. Was looking out for that drop down double jump up air, but was not ready for the neutral air dodge into hammer swing to get back onto the stage. That's the classic Bowser Jr. mix up. You gotta respect those moves. They are so strong.
And we've seen Seb, in his qualifying matches to get here, go for it numerous times right there, punished by the up smash at Toad. But that hit off the up B, the hammer swing, we've seen him go for multiple times, but to minimal success right there, Toad getting caught out.
Who gets that falling forward? Goes for Grenade just for maybe a bit of extra coverage instead of opting to go for something like a grab there. Great patience, just scouting out that landing, able to catch it. And now I have to say Toad is fully in control of the pace.
Yeah, absolutely. Seb25 backed into a corner again. And look at all of the percent that the laser has racked up. Seb just really struggling to find a way in. Toad not afraid to play this patient game style.
Yeah, Seb just needs to be able to approach a lot more gently, or to be able to get those jump ins. That was a beautiful jump in there with the neutral air on Battlefield. You can't actually do that all that easily. Normally you can keep yourself nice and safe under the platforms. A bit greedy of a recovery. F Smash is not going to be able to do it quite yet. Toad, once again, tries to get back onto the stage and is able to do so successfully.
That was very close for Toad. You saw him use side B twice to recover. Good read on the platform with that up smash, but not going to be able to find the stock quite yet.
And again, all these lasers just keep on tacking on this damage. For how often they connect, man, that's like almost all of Toad's damage. And just like that, one misspaced aerial on shield is going to be a free up smash for Wolf.
And that's both stocks taken by up smash now, and Toad just, again, like you said, doing a fantastic job of playing defensive, and every time Seb wants to approach, he's just landing on a shield and getting punished for it.
Yeah, Toad is just playing so patiently, just really spacing out a lot of these lasers, putting them in like a really safe and effective range, and again, just keeps on side being to the stage and not to the ledge. Really unfortunate stuff. They're going to be losing their stock.
Fantastic stuff there by Seb. Kind of went down the checklist of where to go for the edge guard, and the second that Toad missed the ledge, he knew instantly to go for that forward smash.
Toad keeps on trying to go for the... Oh, wow. That was such a good down smash there. It would have covered a tech in place and a tech roll in. But I feel like at the ledge, Toad was definitely missing out on a lot of opportunities because they just kept on opting to go for a lot of preemptive F smashes to catch a goal from ledge. I don't think Seb25 has actually ever really established that they're going to be going for goals from the ledge like that. So you know, Toad of course didn't get punished for throwing it out, but I would like to see in the next game maybe some different options at the ledge.
Yeah, and I mean, overall, it felt like the pace of this match was just completely through Toad's, or in Toad's favor, I should say. You know, Seb25 did a good job of keeping it close, but again, I feel like we've harped on it enough, but the laser just did so much work. I feel like if we had a counter for how much the laser did, it essentially did 2 full stocks worth of damage. As we wrap up the replays here, we'll be getting
sorry
ready
about that.
for game number 2. Am I?
I feel like in
Okay,
game
there we
1,
go.
like just as you said, yeah, I feel like in game number 1, just as you said, Toad just did a really good job of dominating a lot of the pacing. Seb just did not have an answer to the way that Toad was using laser. They needed to play a little bit more out of shield. They needed to play a little bit more patiently and actually try to set up more with projectiles. I feel like they could have like jumped to a platform, thrown out a Mecha Koopa. I like the choice to go to Final Destination actually, because that does give you a very clear-cut way to jump in. But as Bowser Jr., if you get too linear and predictable with it, you can be caught and punished so easily.
Yeah, it's Final Destination. I say it a lot. Kind of acts like a double-edged sword because, you know, like you said, there's nowhere to go. You know exactly where your opponent is coming from. So I do like this in terms of how you can approach. But the problem is, you know, like you said, it can be predictable. And already you're seeing kind of a similar style and pace to game number 1.
Yeah, that's just going to be Toad once again, just playing back a little bit, playing really, really patiently. Really good parry and is able to disengage once again. Seb is struggling to be able to find that opening that they so desperately need.
That soft nair almost being followed up on, but no dice there. And now Toad, again, doing a great job controlling stage until that hit right there. Seb trying to turn this around and kind of back into neutral once more. That side B seemingly out of nowhere, but he found Seb, and that's plenty of damage on the board.
And again, Toad just holding on to center stage, throwing out lasers to try to catch a jump. And the thing is with how much end lag Bowser Jr.'s projectiles have, even from across the screen, if there's a laser already active, like there's almost nothing you can do if you're too busy throwing out Cannonball.
It just feels like Seb does not have time to really set up those projectiles and find a way in because the laser is just doing so much work. He's got to find a way to get a grab. I don't think we've seen Seb25 get a grab this entire match, but right there, another unsafe landing on shield and Toad ready to punish with the up smash.
Yeah, that can be a little bit difficult sometimes. I mean, Wolf is just able to zoom through the skies so efficiently. As Bowser Jr., if you're trying to jump in, it's not all that easy to be able to find those grabs at all.
I like the idea to go for that forward smash on the ledge. We've seen him in the past use that to 2-frame opponents who just hang on for too long and lose their invincibility. So right idea, but wrong execution there from Seb.
And again, a really good out of shield punish, just doesn't even want to commit, keeps on going through lasers as tech chases. Toad is playing so patiently, so reserved, has the right idea, trying to punish the air dodge, but just a little bit too far back, and F smash is going to whiff. That one, however, is not.
Yeah, Toad's spacing is on point right now. Just after he missed that first forward smash, you could tell he was not about to miss the second, and all of a sudden, Seb on his last stock, and he has to take 3 from Toad still.
Yeah, no, this game's already looking pretty out of reach for Seb25, but of course this is a best of 5, so they'll still have a fighting chance. And listen, comebacks happen. Are they likely? Well, no, that's why they're comebacks, but anything is possible.
We've seen Seb25 have a lot of success in these kind of slower paced matchups, but this one has just been all Toad. Another forward smash read and Toad up 2-0.
So I understand why Seb25 opted to go for Final Destination. With the way that Toad was playing, they were under platforms. They were using those to keep themselves safe from a lot of jump-ins. Final Destination, of course, the logic there is, hey, if there are no platforms for you to duck under, I can try to jump in a little bit easier. And we started to see SEB25 go through those a bit more. However, in the same way, that actually turned out to be one of the things that lost them this game. A lot of Seb's jump-ins were extremely telegraphed. Every single time that we did see a full hop from a certain position, it was always an aggressive landing button, a falling forwarder, a falling neutraler. And all that Toad was doing is said, hey, I know how you're going to be approaching. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to wait for that aerial and then tries to get the punish every single time. So Seb needs to make themselves a little bit more ambiguous. We want to see some tomahawks, maybe some jumps in place, mixing up with movement, because if you get too linear and predictable, I mean, Toad kind of opened them up for it.
Interesting character switch here. We have yet to see SEB25 switch off of that Bowser Jr. until now. The FALCO for game number 3. And remember, if Toad 3 wins this match, he is on to the semifinals. So SEB25, he has got his back up against the wall.
Yeah, SEB25 definitely has a mountain to climb in front of them. Maybe the switch to FALCO is going to be able to do what it's looking for. So, you know, having access to a Reflect obviously is going to mean you have mix-up opportunity when it comes to dealing with laser pressure. But, of course, changing the weight of your character, going to a fast follower like that against Wolf. I mean, look at these combos already.
Yeah, 93 onto Seb, and FALCO, a lighter character, so he will die a bit earlier. And he's still struggling to find this opening against Toad. Just look at the pressure here from Toad, covering so many options, can't quite space those moves out, but still Seb is trapped in the corner.
Toad has the good idea, trying to catch a jump from ledge. However, FALCO has one of the highest jumps in the game. It's a little bit difficult to challenge at times, but I appreciate the attempt nonetheless.
Seb going for a handful of those down airs, but can't quite connect them. There's the up tilt, followed up into the up air, but again, just the last hit that he needs on those combos, not quite there. Great air dodge around, but he finds the back air, and SEB25 taking the first stock.
Yeah, I feel like Toad really didn't fully recognize that situation. Like, that's still Seb an advantage. That's still Seb able to press a button. You're stuck on shield onto a platform. You got to try to reset as soon as possible. You got to wait and reset rather than trying to reset as soon as possible.
It feels like Toad, after he answered back quickly after that first stock, is feeling confident. But again, this is the first match in this set where SEB25 has been able to take the first stock, so that's got to be a huge momentum boost for him.
Oh, for sure. Right now, Toad is just able to once again get away with pressing a lot of these buttons. I feel like Seb has not been able to get any dash back punishes on some of Toad's jump-ins, so I would like to see them wait for the short hop, dash back, and position themselves to punish it.
Quick follow-ups here from Toad. Wanted the forward smash read, and that's a hard angle, but SEB25 finds it, so he'll stay alive for now, and the percent's just about dead even.
Well, that back is going to be able to set up the ledge trap for SEB25 right now, pressing a button a little bit too early in a way that didn't cover all that many options. Toad finds the way back onto the stage. Ooh, big juggle opportunity.
Can't quite get the follow-up. That back air going to push Toad to the corner here, but those nairs doing so much work for him. And both of them kind of hunting for a big hit at center stage. There's the down smash, and Toad is back in the lead.
Yeah, that down smash was just excellent coverage. Even as like Toad, I'd be like, hey, I don't know if you're going to be in front of me. I don't know if you're going to be behind me. Why not try to cover both at the same time? So really good stuff to them though. Seb needs to clean up the stock right now.
109 on Toad right now, and only 8% on Seb, so things could be dangerous here. That's a good grab, and now a quick 33 onto SEB25, and maybe more. Just the longer that Toad lives on this stock, the better his odds are of closing this set out.
We're able to link a couple of forwarders, and again, that air dodge read was so solid. Toad taking it with another confident 3-0. Going to be moving on to semifinals. You can't air dodge in like that out of the corner each time. I feel like Toad has just been catching these really antsy ways to get back onto the stage.
I mean, he strung 2 forward airs excuse me, together. And so you think maybe he goes for one more, just tries to get that extra little bit of percent, knowing that he'll likely lose his stock soon. But instead he says, no, I'm going to finish the game right here, right now. And what a commanding way to put yourself into semifinals.
Yeah, that was just so well played from Toad. I feel like the advantage here is so solid. They're able to catch onto a lot of habits from Seb, air dodging in, maybe always jumping and landing with an aggressive aerial. So really good stuff to them. Able to really, turn the tides of that match into their favor after losing the first stock. And yeah, with that being said, I do believe we only have one more match of quarters ahead of us. And are we going to be doing an interview?
Yes,
Yeah,
we are
so-
getting word that we will do an interview with Toad 3, aka Seb #1 hater. So the battle of the Sebs in quarterfinals goes to the Seb hater, and what a way to finish it.
Yeah. So I guess in the meantime, we're going to be throwing it to a quick little break as we do wait for Seb to jump on in. So don't go anywhere quite yet. We'll see you guys in just a couple of minutes. Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again. This time, we're actually joined by the #1 Seb hater, Toad themselves. Toad, how are you doing today, my friend?
Well, I'm happy with that set. I think I played really carefully because, especially like against Seb 25's Bowser Jr., I really need to. I can't let him get any openings with his clown cart or anything like that. So I had to play differently than I normally do, sort of a bit more safe, a bit more patient, and it worked out. So yeah.
Yeah, I have to say I really appreciated a lot of your laser pressure. Really liked how you're catching a lot of jumping. So I want to ask about upcoming in this bracket. Is there anybody that you're particularly worried about running into?
I think coming up, I think Branrock is playing. He's a Ganondorf player. He's very talented. So I think our set is going to be pretty fun to watch. He's definitely a strong player. And of course, the one everyone knows is Liam. Totally a threat. So if I ever come against him, that would be a big challenge for me.
Yeah, you have secured your spot in top 4, and I believe, if I've got the bracket correct, you will be playing the winner of Branrock versus Tonio, who just defeated Tusk in that quarterfinal match. So congratulations. What does getting to semifinals mean to you?
This, to me, I am excited. I'm satisfied with my performance this far, and I hope that I can continue to do my best and continue to play well so that I can go even further.
You also, I think we have touched on this a little bit in the past, but you are classmates with Liam on the other side of the bracket. So what's that kind of rivalry like?
It's funny you say that. Liam doesn't often, he sort of is a bit of a lone wolf in the sense that he will just kind of hop in, do his thing, and hop out. So between us two, we haven't really like conversed that much, but we have played a couple of times. And so I think I mentioned this a couple days ago too. It's a different dynamic than someone you've never played before because you have a general idea of each other's play styles. So, and obviously Liam is just, what he's known for is just patient, optimal gameplay. Like he will never miss a punish. He'll never, he'll get his confirms down. So that's what that means to me. Yeah.
So something that we've like noticed like thus far in the bracket, Liam tends to like sort of throw out like a bunch of characters for counter picks. Wanted to ask if there's anybody that you have like saved for specific matchups, or maybe that's not something that you're ready to share with the class fully. That's totally fine in of itself. Or do you plan on sticking with Wolf thus far? Answer at your own discretion. By the way, that can be dangerous information to put out sometimes.
Well, first of all, Liam, I think Palu is his true main, and he will often just play characters because he wants to. He just likes to try different things out for fun. As for me, I I have undergone many a character crisis myself in recent months, and I always end up going back to Wolf because he's such a fundamental character in everything that he does. He doesn't have any like specific thing that makes him. Everything about him is just like very solid. So whenever I'm going in blind, like I did with Sub 25, I just stick with Wolf because I can rush down, I can get my combos in, or I can play like that and completely shut down all of his advances. But otherwise, I like to play Chrom, I like to play Diddy Kong. But those, obviously, they are a little bit more limited in how they can play.
For sure. I believe I'm all out of questions, so I'm going to throw it to you. If you have anything else that's kind of pressing and you want to ask.
I guess the last question, and we asked this earlier, but do you have anyone you want to shout out here while you're here? You know, on the big stage.
I guess the same two that I shouted out before. I want to shout out my girlfriend again, who's been supporting me throughout this whole thing, really helping me calm my nerves and stuff like that. And I want to shout out the Tri-State Smash Time Discord server for being really great friends and really great people to play Smash with. That's all.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, Toad.
Thank you.
Yeah, and good luck in Augusta bracket. It'll be exciting to see your sets as they continue to happen. And as we do wait for our next players to go ahead and jump on in, we're going to cut it to a break. Toad, thank you so much once again for being able to do this interview with us.
Thank you for having me.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again to the EGF High School National Championships. I'm joined by Soy, and upcoming we have Brenrock Tonio. So, how are you feeling about this?
This one should be an interesting one. Brenrock, we just heard, he's been rocking Ganondorf for most of this tournament, and he had a great showing even way back at the All-Star match that happened just a few days ago. And to be honest, I can't recall the last time a Ganondorf made it this far into bracket, so I'm excited to see what Brenrock can bring to the table. On the other side, Tonio just played a match against Tusk to get here into this top 8, and Tonio is playing Banjo and Kazooie, so this should be a very interesting matchup to say the least.
Yeah, this is the kind of matchup where, like, as soon as Ganon is able to get in, man, does he have an excellent time. So easy to be able to convert off of things like down throw and late hit dash attack, especially on somebody of Banjo's weight. However, the real challenge is, how do I actually break space like that against Banjo? Tonio already jumping and playing defensively, couple of eggs, couple of grenades, and keeping himself safe.
Yeah, I feel like this has got to be the game plan for Tonio, because Ganon can output so much damage that just using all these projectiles, it makes it so difficult for Brenrock to really get in and do damage.
Yeah, just Brenrock has to be so careful not to run into these grenades, but Tonio's been doing a good job thus far. As soon as you get in once, though, that is just big damage imminent.
In that one down B, aside from the early trades back and forth, did about 20 damage, so things back to even. And I do think the other key here for Brenrock is to play around these platforms because of the way those projectiles can kind of interact. It's going to be very difficult, but he has to manage it so much. Ooh. That's a great read there on the forward air.
Yeah, and right now Tonio able to catch the jump from the ledge. Beautiful edge guard as well. Up the into back air. That was excellent stuff. Tonio's spacing was immaculate.
Fantastic stuff, like you said, and I feel like that's another huge aspect is the off-stage gameplay of these two characters. I feel like both of them can do a great job of edge guarding each other, and Tonio taking full advantage of it early.
Ooh, right now, I gotta say, Tonio is just putting on the pressure onto Brenrock right now, just making it so difficult for them to approach once again. I have to say, I think a lot of the mix-ups, especially from the ledge, and in the follow-ups that they go for, Tonio is definitely just, you know, really ambiguous, really difficult to keep track of, like, what their next option is.
Wonder Wings off the board. So
oh my!
What a follow-up from Tonio, but can't quite get the next hit off, so Brenrock has him trapped in the corner, but Tonio doing a fantastic job of fighting his way out.
I love the weight on the platform. Tonio wanted to catch the next option from attack, had the right idea, but was actually mistimed by mere pixels. Gotta say, Tonio's ledge mix-ups as well make it so difficult for him to be ledge trapped by BANJO. A lot of drop down, double jump neutral Bs, just keeping themselves so safe. BANJO really needs to mix up the way that they ledge trap.
Parry and a grab, great stuff. That back throw, not going to be able to do it quite yet, but Tonio, look at the coverage that he's got. BANJO's still able to find a way back, though.
We're going to be covering the platform. The grenade actually not going to be detonating. Goes past BANJO as they end up spot dodging. That F tilt is exactly what they need to be able to get back onto the center stage.
Good air dodge away from that up smash, and BANJO trying to find his way back into this one. At 145, you got to feel like he's kind of working on borrowed time here, but he's found a way in. Can he catch Tonio's landing? Yes, he can. Reset once again, but the grenade to set him up for a grab, and that's the back throw, and that's stock number 2 off the board.
Yeah, and look at the way that Tonio once again is just like stalling as long as possible off stage. That down tilt puts BANJO in such a nasty position. Tonio has the right idea. Wow, love that timing mix-up as well.
Tech was everything to Tonio because that was surely the stock if the down smash connected, but like you said, the timing on that tech perfect, and that nair is actually going to clean up the stock, so all of a sudden it's a last stock scenario.
Who once again setting up another tech chase with down tilt, takes the time and sets, maybe cover the tech roll in with down B. Tonio is just once again playing keep away so well. It's the same dynamic as before. On a stage like Battlefield, BANJO is just able to play under the platforms so well.
We've got to play careful here if you're BANJO, eating a lot of percent, and still I believe all 5 Wonder Wings on the board for Tonio. That move can do so much work. And so BANJO...
Yeah, that's a kill option. That's a recovery, 100%.
BANJO still has yet to find a hit on Tonio this stock. This is how difficult it's been, but there's the dash attack. There's the opening.
Tonio keeps on intentionally missing those techs. Well, maybe not even intentionally, but just mixing those techs and getting out of that scenario with a get-up attack. But that DI on the up hill, oh no, that angle was just so poor for Tonio. How do they get back on? Love the conversion.
Good forward air to knock him off stage, but no way, the turnaround! BANJO steals game 1!
Wow. That was so unfortunate. Tonio was just not ready to tech that up in that position. They set up neutral B into up tilt, which was pretty cool, pretty exciting. They were able to get that forward, but GANONDORF is so heavy. And then Tonio, at the very end, did not expect that hitbox to come out there. They thought, hey, I could drop down back a maybe you're going to up B right now, and this could be a free stock, but not the case.
It really did feel like most of that match, of course, was dictated by Tonio, especially off the start. That was such a clean first stock for him to take, but I feel like this is where BANJO really thrives, just finding those 1 or 2 openings, the damage he can output, and then just the kill power of GANONDORF is just ever present throughout this matchup.
Oh, for sure. BANJO was definitely taking those stocks a little bit sooner. I feel like Tonio got into the habit of going for like a lot of get-up attacks from the side B. You really can't be... You gotta... There's a lot of mix to be had. You can miss the tech, and then you can go for timing mix-ups, or you can try to tech it and then go through some of the more traditional options. So now that Tonio has really established, hey, I'm gonna be missing the techs, I need to see some of those techs as well. Because that's how you make it as difficult as possible for BANJO to follow up.
And I'm curious too to see what the game plan is for Tonio going into game 2, because it did feel like it was Tonio's game to lose until that last stock, until that up air. So does he stick with BANJO, or does he go to a stage that maybe plays more to his favor?
Honestly, I feel like the BANJO pick was just going so well. There were just like a couple of key instances where they took a lot of big damage when they did end up overcommitting. So really won't be surprised if we just see the run back to Battlefield with BANJO. I'd argue Tonio did pretty well, but who knows?
As we get ready for game number 2, characters are staying the same, and I don't think I'd have it any other way. These two have been so good with these characters throughout the tournament. So BANJO taking game 1, and game 2 we'll wait to see what the stage is.
Yeah, so they're going to be taking it to Town and City. Pretty big, wide stage with a lot of open space. I'm really curious as to why Tonio opted to go here.
Yeah, it seems a little odd, mostly because the platforms are kind of in odd positions that I'm not sure that the projectile gameplay that Tonio, had such success with in game one, that platform really doesn't change much about it. Oh, that's a good first stock, but no, can't find it. That Wonder Wing not going to be able to seal the stock away either. But as I say that, Tonio has yet to be hit this stock.
Yeah, no, Tonio's already just looking so confident, just able to take that advantage state all the way, able to find just a side B neutral from across the stage, catching BANJO pressing one too many buttons, and that was a 0 to death. Not a single bit of damage to the name. Never mind.
Ooh, well, right as we say it, BANJO finds his first opening, but only 15 on the board, and Tonio already going to work on stock number 2 here. BANJO with a tall task ahead of him as those platforms are now gone from center stage and off to the side, so nowhere for BANJO to run from these projectiles.
Ooh, up throws the grenade just to be able to get it out of play. BANJO not able to hold onto their advantage nearly as long as Tonio is able to hold on to theirs, and as a result, for every win that they do get in neutral, they're not able to go as far with it.
And Wonder Wing again, kind of resetting, kind of acting like a trump card against GANONDORF here. I like the idea to go for the forward smash, but not going to be able to land it there. Tonio rolling out now, has to find his way out of the corner. Good double roll there. BANJO covering kind of the air, not really sure where Tonio was going to go.
Ooh, wow, actually catching Ganon in the startup of his own command grab. That grab was actually just pixels away from being able to grab tech with one another. Once again, just trying to set up some of the grenades, not able to get the catch on it.
And BANJO just struggling to find and catch Tonio off stage, but that dash attack will clean up stock number 2. Now BANJO's got to play super careful if he wants to find his way back into this match. He's already sitting at 135, and BANJO's got plenty of kill power of his own.
Yeah, but as long as you're avoiding those side B... You know what? I was going to say, as long as you're avoiding those side Bs, the only thing BANJO can really get at a certain point is, like, looking for grabs. But, again, you have to be so careful at the mid-range and always just keep your eyes peeled against BANJO.
That neutral be doing so much work for Tonio, and we saw something similar. What a setup from Tonio to get off of the corner there. A quick 43 onto BANJO, but the point I was going to make is those neutral Bs, they're kind of acting similar to Pizza, the Mewtwo's Shadow Ball, all those setups, just the soft projectile into a grab or some sort of follow-up. It just acts like so much pressure, and you have to respect it if you're BANJO.
Oh, that time BANJO was able to wait it out, found the late hit dash attack, but uphill, not going to be able to take the stock quite yet. Is BANJO going to be able to find this ledge trap? They are not. Tonio fights their way back on once again with a lot of drop down, double jump projectiles. Holding on to that double jump.
Good stuff by BANJO to get back on stage. But again, just so much percent on him, and Tonio going to be forced off here. The down air, though, sealing away stock number 2.
Tonio didn't have any options. There were no Wonder Wings left, so that means no high recovery, no mid recovery. You can only maybe air dodge onto the ledge if you're close enough, or go down deep. Waited.
Ooh. Quick Wonder Wing back to stage, and yeah, BANJO's looking to take this stock early because he knows he's kind of working on borrowed time here. 123 is a lot of damage, and the Wonder Wing not gonna be able to take the stock yet.
Oh my! No, again! Game 2 ending in a fashion just like it did in Game 1. BANJO at 140+% ends up getting a stage spike to close it out.
BANJO making out like a thief here. He almost dies to this Wonder Wing, avoids both hits there, the projectile and the forward air. And
there is no way Upbeat did not connect. There is no way that projectile did not hit Ganondorf. In what universe did he avoid the hit of that?
And still make it back, and then Tonio just could not find the tech onto the stage, and oh my, you have to feel bad for Tonio.
So look at this. Look at this. Why?
I'm
That
in
projectile
shock.
should have been there to hit. There is no reason that shouldn't have hit. There was one questionable choice from Tonio, and that was the decision to go for 4-liter off stage. Ganon is at 140. 4-liter is not the most active hitbox. It's strong, but it's really slow and it's not the most active. In that position, something like dropping down with a back air, something like dropping down with a neutral air would, if you're going to commit, you know, those would maybe be the best choices because they would be able to be the most active hitboxes to sort of follow Ganon on the way down.
Brandrock even tried to turn that situation around for his own there at that back air before the up B, but still, I mean, this is twice now that Tonio has had the lead on the last stock of the game and then fallen prey to a hitbox that he just was not ready for and cannot find a tech on stage. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what? Maybe going into this next game, Tonio, please stay on the stage when you are going to be going for like edge guards or ledge traps on the last stock. There's definitely some sort of a curse integrated into the souls. But yeah, you really don't always have to commit like that unless you're that confident in the options. But Tonio needs to put out more active preemptive hitboxes.
And this is really going to test the mental of Tonio as well now, because these are two games, like we've said, where he has controlled the pace of the match. It's come down to the last stock, and he just can't quite seal it away. So one more time on the Banjo, Kazooie, and Ganondorf matchup, possibly. If Brandrock takes this match, he is on to semifinals to play against Toad. If not, Tonio needs to win the next 3 in reverse sweep in order to get himself into semifinals.
Yeah, and that is difficult, and it's a pretty rough time for Tonio right about now. Just as you said, you know, mentally it's like, hey, these are two games that should have been mine. Those are 2 stocks that I should have taken. So if I'm Tonio right now, I'd be a little angry.
A difference in pace here, because Tonio now at a deficit to start the matches. Brandrock found just a few openings, and Tonio already sitting at 100% almost. Dangerous play around the ledge, but Tonio able to make it back.
Yeah, once again, Tonio just with a drop down, double jump down B, or perhaps with neutral B, keeps on getting them back on. I want to see Brandrock just at ledge, just sit in shield just a little bit. If they were to sit in shield and wait for that option, they might be in a position to punish the next one.
Ooh,
beautiful punish.
Yeah, ill-advised Wonder Wing and well shielded by Brandrock, and the punish, as you said, on point. So Brandrock up the first stock, and I believe this is the first time that Brandrock has taken the first stock of one of these matches. So Tonio now has to find a way to answer back quickly.
Ooh, Brandrock just waiting out the grenade, really good maneuverability off stage, tries to down B back on, but Tonio with a lovely catch using Wonder Wing once again. Brandrock tries to chase him down, but is not going to be able to find it.
I feel like Tonio, this match specifically, has been a bit more liberal with his use of Wonder Wings, just throwing them out more often. I felt like in games 1 and 2, you know, he started, or especially in game number 2, he started to use it more.
Yeah, what I'm really seeing is like it is catching Brandrock more often than not, pressing buttons at a very specific range. So that's just like a huge call out, like, hey, you need to be a little bit more careful. And just play a little bit more patiently and reactively, which is obviously a lot easier said than done.
Tonio now trapped in the corner. That grenade gonna land, so Tonio able to make it back to stage, and the percents just about back to even, slightly in Brandrock's favor, but again, it could easily turn. That read on the roll, and the up smash gonna do it, and all of a sudden Tonio on his tournament stock.
Yeah, Brandrock just playing really patiently out of the corner right now. Tonio ends up dropping the pressure by going for an up B. That was an interesting choice. Down throw into neutral.
That was scary for Tonio now. All of a sudden, Brandrock finding a few strings of hits. 46 on him, down throw. No follow-up, trying to
mix up on the match. Yeah, but Brandrock did a lovely little mix-up on the timing there. just sort of sat in it a little bit because Tonio, I believe in other down throws, really established that they're going to be going for like forwarder or neutral. So I really like that BANJO was more patient this time around.
Brandrock surviving to 177%. That is, I know Ganondorf is heavy, but that is a lot. But this should be the stock. Good grab there off of the drag down from there, I believe it was. Antonio, this is dangerous territory.
Oh, that was so good. Thank goodness, for BANJO's sake, that side B did not connect. That was genuinely pixels away. If it did connect, BANJO would have been the first one to die from side B. So really good stuff. Just keeping themselves still afloat.
This is tense. 2% again, back to practically dead even. Antonio going back to that projectile game that worked so good for him the first two, but again, BANJO has found a way to kind of steal games 1 and 2. So we'll have to see here. Nair, Tonio's off stage.
Tonio, be careful. Yeah, that's dangerous. If you end up hitting the swing of the sword and not Ganon himself, you may very well end up just extending the up smash hitbox and then jumping into it. So good stuff to Tony, just playing that out really patiently.
Grabbed the grenade and got hit by it. So now Tonio with a little bit of a percent lead. The wing will take the stock. Antonio able to take game 3.
Yeah, good stuff to Tonio, closing that one out. You were absolutely right about like some more liberal usage of side B. That time BANJO was just not too ready for it. It was not ready to throw out a shield. Just caught them pressing too many buttons. And that wasn't the late hit. That's what happened in the second game. Only the late hit of side B connected and didn't end up killing.
And the other thing too about that was not only was Tonio, throwing out those Wonder Wings more often, I think he made use of just about every one of them, especially on that last stock. That was his last Wonder Wing. He says, you know what, I'm all in on this option, and he's able to find BANJO. So Tonio, great job extending the set. He's bought himself a little bit more time, but again, he has to take the next 2 if he wants to get on the semifinals, and BANJO only needs 1 more game.
Yeah, and again, this is definitely like where Tonio just has to play really reserved. They don't have any more games to throw away like that. They have to make sure they're hitting all the stage techs, because if you're not, you're going to be meeting an unfortunate end, just like they did in game 1 and game 2.
His teching on stage has typically been good, but those offstage missed techs have cost him. And I mean, even in game number 3, we saw BANJO start to get the hang of where Tonio was going to tech too. We saw that read on the roll in with the up smash, but running it back to PS2 here for game number 4. And again, if BANJO takes this one, he is on to semifinals.
Who gets that jab? That's already 13% onto the board. BANJO is just avoiding all these projectiles as much as they can to the best of their ability. Great side B once again. BANJO is not landing and resetting with shield enough.
We haven't seen a ton of those down tilts from Tonio land, just kind of pressuring space, but that one did land, and now all of a sudden BANJO trapped in the corner here at 96%. That side B gonna actually get him punished into another grenade. Can he find his way back? Nope, dip too low, and the first stock off the board.
BANJO mashed out of disadvantage. They probably thought that they still had a double jump to the name. Not in the slightest though, and just ended up pressing a button and falling to their death. Tonio with a huge lead, but can they hold on to it?
Full stock ahead. Things are looking good for Tonio and that comeback scenario, but again, still plenty of time to work with here. Good back air. Grenade follow-up possibly. No, they both caught it, so bit of a trade there, and back into neutral once again.
Tonio was at a bit of a higher percent. They were stuck in a hit stun for a little bit longer, as well as Ganondorf, being a little bit heavier, going to be stuck in it a little bit less. Was able to get that up air out of that situation. So good awareness from BANJO, knowing, hey, I think I can still swing because I have flame advantage.
BANJO too is starting to get a feel for when Tonio is going to cover low. You saw him go for that down air, but no dice on that stock. And now BANJO, a lot of work to be done forwarder to get Tonio off stage, but Tonio's done a great job of finding his way out of this corner.
Oh, and side B
Ooh.
is going to be able to take that once again. BANJO at a 3-1 stock deficit. And what really looked like could be the said. Tonio's at the verge of bringing this one to a game 5.
Brandrock still unable to find this first stock. The multi hits, the parry means nothing on those, and the back air. All of a sudden, Brandrock at 64 in his last stock, and he's still struggling to kill Tonio here.
Antonio again with the same ledge options. Drop down, double jump, down B. BANJO keeps on getting into it, keeps on taking the damage. They need to either give up the ledge at that point, go back to center stage, or try to adapt, maybe throw out some shields.
Oh, great conversion. The up tilt missed though, and Brandrock getting a second chance at life here. That forward air will connect the strong hitbox and all. So the first stock off the board for Tonio, but that's a fresh 5 Wonder Wings for him to work with.
Yeah, that's a Ganon, by the way, at 134%. Just about anything could do it. But similarly, that's a Ganon at 140%. You know, he can make anything happen.
All that rage on a character that already does so much damage. That was a bold get-up attack, but it does work out. And so Tonio sitting at 73 gets punished there. Good nair. And all of a sudden now Tonio near death percentage. That Wonder Wing not going to connect. That up smash.
Oh my.
And at 176, it's a one
no way,
scenario.
176. If I'm Tonio, I am playing patiently. I am playing back. But you also need to know how to commit sometimes. You can't always play not to lose. You have to play to win as well. And just like that, Tonio was able to catch the dropped shield. I do believe BANJO wanted to jump out of there and was able to clean up that game. And so we have a game 5.
You thought for a minute here Brandrock might be able to bring it back because we'd seen a handful of comebacks already in this tournament. It was very scary, but like you said, Brandrock trying to jump out of his shield. I think he was using forward air, which is not one of his faster moves, which traded with Tonio's forward air. But either way, Tonio able to take game 4. And all of a sudden, like you said, game 5, and it is really anyone's game. The way this has paced out, I have no idea how game 5 is going to go.
Yeah, BANJO just seems to be like the kind of player that does a little bit better as the game goes on, as they do make those adaptations. And Tonio has a really strong start, usually. We saw this on the game on Town and City. They got a 0 to death. They got, you know, they only were at like 13% by the time this game rolled around, but they need to be able to keep up their stamina. And BANJO seems to be a player that, you know, he seems to be getting momentum as the set goes on.
And what's surprising too about that last game is that not only was Tonio up 3-1 and fairly early in that game, but he also hadn't really used many of his Wonder Wings that we saw him use more liberally in game number 3. He held on to them for a very long period of time, and then it ends up getting punished on the second stock there. So I'm curious to see, because that's always in the back of your mind as a Banjo player. It's a limited resource. So how does he use those Wonder Wings here in game number 5? I feel like will really kind of tell the story of this match.
But I feel like also just as important is not only how Tonio is using Wonder Wing, it's how BANJO is positioning themselves to be able to keep themselves clear of it and to be able to keep themselves safe. Tonio has been exploiting it, catching a lot of button presses from a little bit past like a normal mid-range. And we did see BANJO start to sit and shield in some of those positions. It's how we got that cross-up up smash kill last game. So as long as they can sit and shield and play a little bit more patiently, I think that BANJO has nothing to worry about in terms of Tonio's side Bs.
The other aspect I'm curious about is we saw Tonio a handful of times in that last game get that drag down nair into a grab down throw. And that can do a lot of work, but it's a lot of setup to get those drag downs as well. So look for that also throughout this match as we start game number 5 here. And a little bit of an early advantage to BANJO in terms of damage. That is a greedy forward smash, but no punish.
Yeah, Tonio able to get that up hit, gonna link a couple of more. Love that setup with the grenade, almost connecting the side B. Not gonna be able to do it. BANJO goes all the way off stage, but is still able to make it back on.
Percents back to dead even. The down air, we hadn't really seen Tonio use that down air. This is the entirety of this match, and it does not connect there. And so now Brandrock nearly finding that stock off the up air. First Wonder Wing used to recover here. Brandrock going off stage, but can't find the edge guard.
And again, Brandrock keeps on getting pushed onto the corner. Tonio tried to cover the platform in a roll, but Brandrock ended up getting back on and found that kill for themselves. That's only going to be the late hit of Wonder Wing. Nothing to worry about quite yet.
Read on the get-up attack there, but Brandrock surviving on his first stock here. Tonio yet to be hit yet, and doing a good job of controlling stage. This has been the battle for Brandrock throughout this set. Can he find a way in on all of these projectiles? No, he can't. That up smash is going to seal away stock number 1, and it's back to dead even.
I will say I really like how Brandrock is dealing with projectiles now, going for a lot of neutralers and uppers. What a tech chase. That's already 63% onto the board. But Brandrock just keeps on hitting past the projectiles and keeps on clanking with them. That's the best way to do it.
That was a bold option. I mean, those 3 hits got 60%. He held onto that grenade for so long, you thought his shield might be broken, but he was not afraid and landed an up smash. So now Tonio sitting at 96%. Brandrock at 35 now after that grenade hit, and it's back into neutral once more.
Moving up,
what a
is going to be
catch.
able to close it out. That move has a lot of knockback. It is one of Ganon's just best moves, hands down, and all of the angles that it sends at are extremely beneficial.
Wonder Wing once more. So 4 remaining on Tonio's last stock here. He is yet to be hit, and Brandrock only at 96, so a lot of work to be done here for Tonio.
Gets that neutral, tries to extend it with a late hit dash attack, is not going to be able to find it quite yet. Tonio just playing patiently and playing back. Look at that weight. Oh no.
Fantastic, but this is dangerous for Tonio. He's got to find his way back to stage once more. That grenade covered so many options. Brandrock could not run up and punish. And now Tonio grab, down throw, the up tilt missed again. That's the second time, but the Wonder Wing will clean up that stock, and now last stock scenario here in game 5.
That's going to be a back kill just to be able to give themselves a little bit of extra damage. It is almost completely even now. Uphill into forward. Now Brandrock has just got to be able to approach safely, but they're holding forward, they're rolling in, and they're running into projectiles.
Bit of a trade there. Up air. Tonio off stage, only 1 Wonder Wing left. Forward air from Ganondorf misses, so Tonio finds his way back to stage. And again, back to that projectile game. So much pressure on both of these players. Remember, whoever wins this match is on to semifinals. And both of them know that as they're back and forth here at practically dead even percents once again.
Brandrock going to be trying to land successfully, is going to be able to get the double jump back successfully, not just trying to trade with any of these grenade hits, being as patient as possible, because look, they get hit by a grenade once, it puts them in a nasty position.
You gotta think
They had it.
Oh, that was the forward smash read, but it does not land. Brandrock escaping for now. He's at 134. He's eaten a ton of percent from all these projectiles. There's the last Wonder Wing and the up smash to punish, and Brandrock takes game 5.
The patience from Brandrock was immaculate. Really, again, it just kind of boiled down to the fact that it's who's going to pull the trigger first. Is it going to be Brandrock overextending with a down B on shield, with a dash attack on shield, or maybe landing unsafely with a forwarder? Or is it going to be Tonio throwing out like another side B in a position where Brandrock was already conditioned to dash shield grenades and the other projectile, right? So he was already dash shielding to begin with. Going for side B would not have been able to cover that. Brandrock might not have necessarily been anticipating it, but his other defensive options were just still ready to cover it. So Tonio could have tried to adapt a little bit differently, go for some more grabs, but ended up committing a little bit too much in the end.
Curious to see what Tonio thought was his opening there, because that was his very last Wonder Wing, and you knew the way that this match had kind of paced out that Wonder Wing was really going to do a lot of work. He'd been kind of threatening it before, so I wonder, what he saw as his window of opportunity to use it. But what a match between these two, just back and forth.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it just kind of boiled down to like antsiness and this feeling like, oh my god, I need to get this kill right now or I'm gonna lose this game. And Antonio got a little bit too excited, and as a result, Brenrock going to be taking a 3-2 in a really close, super clutch game 5. Really good patience from them at the end. And yeah, with that being said, I believe that's actually we're not done quite yet. We are going to be jumping into an interview with Brenrock in just a couple of moments. I guess we'll just be cutting it to a break until then. Alrighty, guys, and we are back. Unfortunately, Brenrock was having a couple of technical difficulties, so we won't be able to actually set up the interview. However, Brenrock did have a message that they wanted to relay to all of the amazing, incredible fans. Soy, let them have it.
And I quote, Doria.
Doria, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I don't have the vocal intonation to really push it like that. I don't have the confidence like that. Not that kind of caster, I'm sorry guys. But yeah, shout outs to Brenrock, incredible stuff, able to take it game 5. With that being said, we will be signing off for tonight. Catch us tomorrow doing the finals. We'll be around the stream, we'll be doing it, we'll be casting it. So yeah, Soy, do you have any final thoughts before we close out?
No, I mean, what a fantastic way to end the day. I mean, this was a heck of a ride, and we still got one more day to do it. So, thanks to everyone for having us. Thanks to, the Worldwide Sports at ESPN to, for their collaboration and help with this. So this has been fantastic.
Alrighty, guys, and we'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. So go somewhere, but then come back tomorrow for some more Super Smash Bros. Action.